War is no longer coming. It's already here. In a stunning overnight escalation, the United States launched direct airstrikes on Iranian nuclear sites, while Iran fired missiles at a major U.S. military base in Qatar, marking the most dangerous turn in the Iran-Israel conflict so far. Let's break down what just happened and what it means for the world. In the early hours of June 23rd, U.S. stealth bombers and Israel's Air Force launched a joint high-impact strike deep inside Iran. The mission, codenamed Operation Midnight Hammer, targeted Iran's three most sensitive nuclear sites, Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. These weren't symbolic attacks. The U.S. used bunker-buster bombs, designed specifically to penetrate reinforced underground nuclear facilities. According to Pentagon officials, the damage was severe and irreversible. President Trump later confirmed the operation with a cold message: Iran will never have a nuclear weapon, not on our watch. But the story didn't end there. Just hours later, Iran retaliated, not by hitting Israel directly, but by launching ballistic missiles and drones at Udeid Air Base in Qatar, one of America's most critical military hubs in the Middle East. Most of the incoming missiles were intercepted by U.S. defense systems, but the message was clear: Iran now sees any regional U.S. base as a legitimate target. And that's not all. Israel also struck Tehran's infamous Evin prison, a symbol of state oppression, and bombed IRGC command facilities throughout Iran. Explosions echoed through the capital, sending civilians and military forces into full panic. Over 100 air-to-ground munitions were used in just a 2-hour window. By morning, the human cost had become clear. Over 950 Iranians, both civilians and military personnel, are believed dead. In Israel, 24 lives were lost to Iranian rockets and suicide drones. In Qatar, missile debris scattered near American infrastructure, though no casualties were reported. Around the world, shockwaves spread fast. Oil prices spiked instantly. Why? Because Iran threatened to block the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway responsible for nearly a third of global oil shipments. If that happens, global markets could plunge into chaos. Russia condemned the U.S. attack, calling it reckless. China urged immediate de-escalation, while the United Nations convened an emergency session to prevent further escalation. So far, diplomacy is failing. And it's not just about missiles anymore. Iran's foreign minister is now in Moscow, seeking Russian support. The U.S. Navy has repositioned aircraft carriers in the Mediterranean. Cyber units on both sides are on high alert. This is a full spectrum conflict: air, sea, cyber, diplomacy, and it's just getting started. So the question now is not if this war will grow, it's how far it will go. Will the U.S. strike again? Will Iran retaliate harder? Could Israel go nuclear? Could this drag in global superpowers? The next 48 hours will be critical. Stay alert, because the world is watching history unfold in real time.